What's going on, everybody? Brian here from Brian's Broadcast. I hope all of you are doing fantastic. Today I'm going to do a full review of Lattafa's brand new Dream of Haze. In case you have missed my unboxing and first impression video, I highly recommend you please go ahead and check it out because opinions will vary. And if this is the first time you're coming to my channel, welcome on board. And if you like contents like these, don't forget to subscribe and hit the thumbs up button. Let's dive right into the notes of Dream of Haze. It's a 2025 release from Lattafa. On the top, you've got mint apple shisha accord. On the mids, you've got cinnamon, lavender, artemisia. And on the base, you've got tobacco, patchouli, tonka bean, and amber. So when I did my first impression video, this particular fragrance, when I first smelled this, it really reminded me of something. And I said that in the video too. What exactly was that fragrance? Some of you did mention about Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Male Elixir, this one, and I'll tell you, when you spray this Dream of Haze, the first initial opening might sort of kind of remind you of Le Male Elixir. Now, it's only in the opening and it's only the first 1 or 2 minutes. I was really into that fragrance, like, okay, are they, because again, as per Lattafa, this is supposed to be an authentic release. And then somebody came along and then said, it's probably Kilian's Smoking Hot. Now, I do have an official sample, and I will be spraying this directly on skin and tell you whether this one actually goes in this direction. So let me first, spray this one, Smoking Hot, and see if it actually goes. Again, by no means this is a comparison video, but just because you know how this was kind of like mentioned how this is going to be an authentic release, like it's not cloning anything, Lattafa not cloning anything. So I really wanted to take a deep dive into this. So of course, like I said, the initial thing might smell somewhat like this for 1 or 2 minutes, and then it goes in its own direction. I'm gonna spray Smoking Hot by Kilian right now on my right hand. Let's see what it smells like. I've never smelled this. Okay. No. I can confirm right now, Smoking Hot and Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Male Elixir, they do not smell anything. I mean, this one does not smell anything directly like these, either one of these. So with that out of the way, let's talk about what Dream of Haze actually smells like. When you spray it, you will be welcomed with this wonderful, fresh, succulent, juicy apple mint shisha accord. And when I say that, I'm telling you about this wonderful, mild apple mint freshness that's lingering in the air when you're in a hookah bar or hookah lounge, and then you have that apple mint accord in the air, like, if that makes any sense. That flavor has a distinct kind of like a sharpness from the tobacco, the smoke. You get the smokiness, but at least in the opening, I kind of get a more fruity, refreshing, minty, not menthol, not that medicinal thing, but a nice, refreshing mint apple smoky vibe. There's a sharp edge to it, but it's not overly done. But you will feel the sharpness somewhere in the back of your mouth, I would say, like rather around the throat. When you take a puff of that hookah, and if you're not used to it, you get that kind of like sharp edge to it, right? I'm talking about that kind of a feeling. This fragrance perfectly replicates that effect. Once it starts drying down, I noticed that Dream of Haze starts to become a bit more on the sweeter side. So it's becoming a bit more sweeter. The potency of the sweetness is increasing incrementally as the hours progress. But at the same time, there's this wonderful lavender. The cinnamon adds to the warmth and sweetness. There's a spicy touch, of course. I mean, shisha has to be spicy at some point. And then the lavender neutralizes that spiciness with its floral accord. It's very smooth in my opinion, but like I said, do not confuse that sharp edge from the tobacco or smokiness with the sharpness or smoothness of the fragrance. The fragrance is really top notch. I would say Lattafa did an excellent job with this particular release. Now further drying down, that's where the tobacco, the patchouli comes through. The patchouli is more of like an earthy nature. It has this earthiness about it. The tobacco, again, it's one of that sticky honey kind of tobacco. It's not your super sharp tobacco. It does have that smoky edge, and the tonka bean and ambery vibe just perfectly balances and rounds up this fragrance. At some point, I do feel that the tonka bean over here, it's more on like a powdery kind of one. It's not that creamy tonka, it's a bit powdery one, but the sweet sticky tobacco kind of like balances that powderiness. So it's not like super uber powdery or super sticky, but the sweetness, it keeps on amping up as the hours progress. Now I'll give you one small thing that I noticed. Again, drop a comment, let me know if you felt the same way. The apple mint shisha accord, the true meaning or true translation of that particular note or accord really comes through towards the base, which is like around 8 to 10 hours. That's where you'll actually feel like the real hookah bar, hookah lounge kind of vibe, where you get that apple and that mint coming through with that nice sticky sweet tobacco. Fragrance wise, this is really nice, and in my opinion, since these two are, we ruled out that they do not directly go in this direction, so again, I'll just take a whiff. Yeah, definitely not. It's this one, Dream of Haze, is going in a whole different direction. This one has a nice edge about it. Is it unisex? I would say perfectly unisex. In fact, it leans a bit more masculine. Let's talk about projection and longevity. Projection on Dream of Haze is through the roof. At least 2 to 3 hours on my skin, and every time I went with like 6 to 7 sprays. This thing's like 2 to 3 hours. It's like super uber loud, very powerful. It just cuts through the cold air. Like right now it's cooler in New York City, and this thing just cuts through the layers of clothes. It wafts out really strongly. And then the performance, the longevity is really nice on this one. I got easily 10 plus hours with that 6 to 7 sprays. You're good for the whole workday and some more hours. This is something that's really nice, but just so you know, like I mentioned, this one, the sweetness, it keeps on amping up incrementally. So as the hours progress, the sweetness sort of kind of goes up. The succulent juicy thing is happening in the background, and the whole thing breaks down very nicely. It's really smooth. The transitions are really nice. It's not like sharp. It's not like it goes and then it stops and then goes and stops. No, it just happens really smoothly. So guys, that was my honest opinion about Lattafa's Dream of Haze, and I can confirm that this fragrance is not cloning this or smoking hot. I can confirm it because I just recorded it right in front of you. Again, do yourself a favor, go to the supermarket, to the mall, wherever you get these fragrances, try them out. And if you have not tried out this, I highly recommend for winter, fall to winter. This is a perfect fragrance to pick up. It doesn't cost that much. I think by now prices may have dropped below $60, but again, for $60 with this wonderful presentation, I think it's a big win. I mean, just look at this presentation. Beautiful, beautiful. So guys, if you're not subscribed yet, you've made it this far, please consider subscribing. Hit the thumbs up button if you like this content. Drop a comment. Let me know if you have tried Lattafa's Dream of Haze. What are your thoughts and opinions? I'll be very happy to hear back from you. I'll see you in the next one. Please take care, stay safe, and all the best.